Hello, one and all. Welcome to my first online lecture. This is lecture 1 of size reduction. This online lecture comprises various contents like definition, objectives, advantages, disadvantages, mode of size reduction, and classification of equipments. So let's start this topic of size reduction. It is the process of reducing large solid mass into small units masses, coarse particle and fine particle. Basically, size reduction is a unit operation in which drugs are reduced to smaller particle size. Size reduction is also termed as comminution or diminution and pulverization. Generally, pharmaceutical powders are polydisperse in nature. Polydisperse means powders containing particles of different size. But polydisperse particle possesses some difficulties in production of dosage form. Particles of mono size, that is same size, must be an ideal particle for pharmaceutical purpose. Size reduction process should combine with size separation process to get the desired size of particle. So basically, size reduction can be done by two methods such as precipitation and mechanical method. In precipitation method, substance is dissolved in a suitable solvent and subsequently the substance is finally precipitated by the addition of another solvent. Production of calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate etc. are the example of precipitation method. In the mechanical size reduction method, the substance is subjected to mechanical forces and various size equipments like ball mill, roller mill and colloid mill are used to produce mechanical forces and reduces the size of the particle from bigger to the smaller one. So various objectives for size reduction are: size reduction increases the surface area of the particle. It also achieves intimate mixing. Size reduction facilitates drying of the particle. It also improves handling characteristics. It will be easy to dispose of the waste material. Size reduction facilitates absorption and bioavailability. Size reduction facilitates extraction of drug. You must know about extraction. This is the process by which the active constituent of the drug are dissolved out by using suitable solvent. So let's discuss about advantages of size reduction. So first advantage of size reduction is content uniformity. If the particle size is uniform and small, mixing of different ingredients can be effective. Size reduction ensures this objective. Particles of optimum size are desirable for effective mixing. Next advantage of size reduction is uniform flow. Control size distribution of particles, that is smaller particle size, promote the flow of powder into dyes during compression of tablet and production of capsules also. So the next advantage is effective extraction of drug. Smaller particles allow rapid penetration of menstruum or solvent into the tissue of cells of vegetables. Next advantage is effective drying. Drying of a particle can be rapid and effective if the size of the granule is small and uniform. Therefore, effective drying is also an important advantage of size reduction. Next advantage is improved physical stability. In case of suspensions, the rate of sedimentation decreases if the particle size is small and uniform. There is another advantage of size reduction is improved dissolution rate. So size reduction increases surface area, which facilitate very close contact of solid particle and gastric or intestinal juices. Thus the rate of dissolution increases and thereby also increases the absorption of drug. So these were the advantages of size reduction. I hope you have understood the previous section. Let's discuss about disadvantages of size reduction. So main disadvantage of size reduction are drug degradation, poor mixing and contamination. So first of all, we'll discuss about drug degradation. In size reduction, Drug can be decomposed during milling due to the production of heat. Heat sensitive drug, that is thermolabile drugs, are most affected by the heat production during milling. Next factor is poor mixing. Normally, very small particles possess strong cohesive forces, hence aggregation of particle is possible, and aggregation inhibit the uniform mixing of different additives. So the next factor is contamination. So during milling and grinding, by-size reduction equipments faces wear off. Because the mills are made up of metal, ceramic and iron, etc. Therefore, the particle of which are present as impurities in the powder. Such type of mill should be avoided when drugs of high purities are required. So these were the disadvantages of size reduction. I have already explained: drug degradation, poor mixing and contamination. Let's discuss about mode of size reduction, or we can say mechanism of size reduction. The first mode of size reduction is cutting. Cutting is the method in which particles are cut by means of sharp blades. Example of size reduction equipment is cutter mill. The next mode of size reduction is compression. In this mode, the material is crushed by rollers with the application of pressure. The example of this size reduction equipment is roller mill. So the next mode of size reduction is impact. Impact involves the operation of hammers or bars at high speed. When a material aggregate strikes the rotating hammers, the material splits into smaller particles. Example of the impact mill is hammer mill. Impact also occurs when moving particles strike a stationary surface. In the same way, particles moving at high speed collide with each other and produce smaller particles. Example of this type of impact is fluid energy mill. So next mode of size reduction is attrition. This mode involves breaking down of particles by rubbing action between two surfaces. That is surface phenomena. Example of attrition mill is fluid energy mill. Various types of size reduction equipments are available in the market because material have their own special characteristics. For example, a powder produced by ball mill is different from that produced by hammer mill. The difference may be in terms of shape, roughness and their internal pore structure of the particle also. So under the classification of size reduction equipment, there are four categories. First is crushers, second is grinders, third is ultra fine grinders, and fourth is cutting machine. Under the category of crushers, we have examples of edge runner mill and end runner mill. Under grinders category, we have three examples in our syllabus: hammer mill, roller mill and ball mill. And in ultra fine grinder, we have an example fluid energy mill, and cutter mill is the example of cutting machine. So this was all about classification of size reduction equipment. So this was lesson 1 of size reduction. In my next online lecture, I'll discuss about size reduction equipments individually with their latest information available. I hope all my listeners have understood very well. You guys can give your suggestions in the comment box. Good luck to you all. Kindly subscribe the channel Pharmacy Learning Step by Step for future posts. I'll upload the next online lecture very soon. Good day.